Hey everybody, come look at this mess. Hey, if it doesn't clean it up, I'm not taking his packages anymore. I'm tired of looking at it.
One-foot-flipper.
Hi, Paige here, the 1 foot flipper. I have no idea what my wife was talking about. Does that look messy to you? Looks pretty good to me. So, I don't know what she was talking about.
Cheater.
So I was watching a video this morning, ADH Dave, my friend, and maybe your friend as well, and apparently he is quitting eBay to go full-time selling live on DibDit. Now, I have a couple of feelings about this. For one, I think for most anyone else that would be a mistake, but it might not be a mistake for Dave. Dave seems to be, as far as I've seen, immune to the talking about live selling makes your YouTube channel go down. He seems to be immune to that effect. He also seems to be not good at keeping track of his merchandise, but he's excellent at sourcing, extremely quick, and he's got a great camera personality, so that might work out wonderfully for him. But this could also work out wonderfully for you. I bought things off Dave on live sales plenty of times. Now, when Dave's more thinking about it and he's carefully picking what you're buying off him on the live sales, from my experience in the past, is not really always things that you're going to be able to make any money reselling. You know, he's pulling the slow stuff off eBay, the stuff that sat there for a year and a half. But when Dave is in lighting it all on fire mode, like he's about to go into now, the deals are incredible. I lost track of how many hundreds of dollars I've made off the poster lot that I bought off of him. My license plate lot I bought off of him just a month ago is almost turned around positive in its money, and I'll still have like most of them left. There's going to be a lot of advantage to be had if you're going to follow Dave and DibDit, at least during this initial period of him absolutely lighting it all on fire and going through that entire garage, his entire eBay inventory, going through that storage shed. Dave, if you're watching this, and you might since it's about you, don't light your storage shed on fire by selling it all off to somebody else. Just live sell that too. Wouldn't make any sense to empty that out just to have to go fill it up again. Live sell it. Live sell it too. Now, one thing I have noticed that I don't know if was the best idea is that they keep splitting DibDit into sub-DibDits, and I don't know if that is gonna be the best result, because I don't want to follow a whole bunch of different things. I don't know how many other people are like that, but I don't want to follow 8 or 9 or 10 different marketplaces that all come from the same little group of, you know, same one core group of fandom, and I might not be alone in that. And I could also be totally wrong on that. Only time can tell there. All right, and I tried, you know, I gave my 2 weeks as a full-time live seller, and it's not really for me, mostly because I can't source the stuff, and I don't have a large enough area to deal with the packing and everything else, so full-time live selling is not for me. You're not going to see me doing that, but I don't really think there's anything wrong with it if your personality matches up to it, and especially since it seems to work so much better on DibDit than it does on Whatnot, at least for brand new people. And also, and my private chat, my private chat group is going crazy over Dave's video this morning about quitting eBay. So, and here's where we take a pause. Alright, I sold this little metal figurine. This is a Night Goblin Ward Doom Diver. He's kind of like a hang glider guy. He sold for $27. I sold this bumper sticker, K-Hits REO Speedwagon 1996 for $8.33. This goes eBay standard envelope. And this hat got no bids on a live auction at $1. Did not sell. I put this on eBay at $50 and it sold in 1 day. College of William and Mary Tribe. 1 day, $50. I can't believe it's already almost 1 o'clock on Monday. For some reason, my daughter has to go to the orthodontist again today. Seems like I just took her 5 days ago. Is this normal? Is this normal that I'm going to the orthodontist or the dentist almost every single week? I don't know. I didn't get blessed with being able to have braces, nor go to a dentist for that matter when I was a child. Or at least, I'm sorry, I got to go to a dentist up until the minute we were off the free state insurance. Then I never saw another dentist again, and I never saw a doctor again unless I was injured in an emergency. Pretty much went 30 years without seeing a doctor under a non-emergency circumstance until the Affordable Health Care Act came out and I had health insurance. But that's a different aside. Well, today I got to feel a little bit grown up. I bought my first individual stocks today because we have a few different retirement accounts. My wife has one through work, which is mostly invested in, I believe, Vanguard's Total Market Fund and Vanguard's Total Bond Market Fund. We've got my wife's one through her bank, which is what I believe just mostly is all invested in whatever their bank's default mutual fund thing is. I'm not even sure what it is. The one in my name, however, is, I've got a couple of them. 2 of them are CDs that'll be rolled over into something else once they mature, but the other one is Schwab, where I've got a full normal account where I can buy stocks and stuff. And today I bought Ford and Apple and Callaway Golf, and what was the last one? Oh, Amazon. Kind of made me feel special there, like I'm finally making it someplace that I bought some real stock. Didn't buy any eBay though, but by the time I thought about it, I was out of money for the day because I'm funding my retirement account with the proceeds from my eBay card store. So as that trickles in, it gets dumped into the retirement account and then gets invested. So I'm turning worthless cards into large amounts of money 20 years from now. All right, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm right where I want to be. I have both my accounts maxed out in my listings for the amount I want, 12,500 listings total. I've only got a couple of drafts in each one, but that's okay. I can build those up. I sold this Night Goblins War Glider miniature guy for $27. He's a quantity listing. I have 1 or 2 more of him left. Got $11.65 for this Oakwood University hat, $18.96. Not bad for something that cost me 35 cents. And these are a consignment item from Fox Hunter. It is a lot of 3 Bandai Gundam models unopened. I guess he bought more models. He bought a bunch of models and got tired of them after building a few of them, so dropped the rest off of me. That sold for $58.19. Fox Hunter will get some money on his spreadsheet. Say Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine Servitor miniature, metal, sold for $12.16. While this bag of 9 Bratz dolls with no feet sold for $50. And Haikyuu Double Master Set, missing 1 peg, $4.32. So if you haven't been watching every one of my videos, and I don't blame you if you haven't, you know, I mean, come on, look at me. Can't even put a hat on the right way. But what I'm doing now is I'm keeping my number of eBay listings static at 12,500 between my 2 accounts. The reason I'm doing this is I started keeping my number of cards in my card account static at 10,900 because that 100 leaves me a leeway for not overflowing. And every time a card would sell, I would drop another one in. And as I did that, my sell-through rate and thus daily and monthly income from that account started accelerating over time. There's no real change to the merchandise in this account. The only thing that has really changed is, first, that other than the fact I increased my cheapest price from $1.99 to $2.99. But other than that, I'm just putting one in for every one that sells. And it went from clearing about $200 a month after all fees and everything to now clearing almost $900 a month after all fees. It's currently up 11% month over month, and it keeps being up month over month every month. It's actually getting to the fact where it's kind of annoying sometimes because I'm shipping so many cards all the time. Isn't that strange? That's one of the downsides of selling really inexpensive things. Like, if I was doing this shipping volume at $2 minimum per cart instead of $3, it wouldn't be worth my time to do it. But the difference between what you keep off a $2 card order and a $3 card order is doubled. Seems like it'd be 50% more. No, it's over doubled. Burped right on camera. Should I cut that out? I probably should cut it out, but I probably won't cut it out. So, decided to extend that to my other account. I'm keeping my other account at 1,600 items all the time. As an item sells, I will drop another item in. Gonna keep that there every time to let eBay know that, hey, I will replace these items as soon as they sell, but I'm not going to continue loading things in here forever. What I can do, however, is load drafts up in advance, so I've got days or weeks worth, and then what I'm going to do is, once I got a good 100 drafts in there, then I'm going to start increasing my minimum quality of anything I source. If I've got at least 100 drafts listed, then I'm not sourcing anything below the medium sales price on my account. If my medium listed price is $17 and I've got my store's full, I got 100 drafts, I'm not going to source anything that sells for less than $17. I'm not going to worry about doing the math based on the profit. I'm just going to go with does this sell for $17 or more, or whatever that price happens to be. And also, not going to source at all unless I don't have anything to list. I'm going to stop sourcing entirely when I have unlisted items. I don't need to have a death pile. I can instead have a large draft bag and have nothing sitting there, and then I can go out and look for things. I don't need to do it. I don't need to add boxes and boxes of things to my unlisted stuff. Just, that doesn't make any sense at all. Does it? Oh, good, my phone's going off. I bet it's my wife. It is my wife. Let's see what she has to say. I bet she's going to remind me about my daughter's appointment. Ah, yes, Chirp orthodontic appointment at 3:30. We call my daughter Chirp sometimes. Nobody knows that, though, so don't tell anybody. All right, I sold me a big, heavy stereo Fisher for $58.17. I will not be getting any more big, heavy stereos at all. I actually gave a bunch of them that I didn't have listed away to a friend. It's something that I just don't want to deal with anymore. Other people can deal with it. I don't want to. Sold this Team Yankee rulebook for $3 and some change. I sold a set of Tiki salt and pepper shakers that are already in a box and aren't that interesting to look at for $7.16. Here's something I lost money on. I bought 3 of these Yu-Gi-Oh mats. When I bought them, they were hot sellers, selling quickly for $80. I bought 3 of them. I paid up for them, nicely paid up for them. And the minute I bought and listed mine, the market for them evaporated. Took like a year for another one of them to sell. One of them, I finally sold my second one. My first one got returned once and then got sold again. And this one sold for $40. I am losing money on every one of these, particularly since one of them got returned and then sold again. Yeah, you got to watch out. Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, the value of it can evaporate overnight. I sold this Utilikilt here in great condition for $130. Not bad. That is it's a consignment item for Elise, so I will put some money on her spreadsheet. And finally, I sold this Hart 20-volt stick vacuum wall mount for $8. I had 2 of the Hart 20-volt stick vacuums. I opted to part them out. I have made twice as much parting them out as I would have sold them individually, and I still have both of the base unit motors left, which is the most expensive part. Hey, thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. If you know anybody else who makes terrible reselling decisions, why don't you tell them about this channel? I could use a few more subs. I'm getting close to that 19K, and 19K is not too far off of 20K.
See, that's One Foot Flipper's nonsense video.
So now that it's just us, is this new tariff thing going to destroy eBay Canada? Unless something's changed, what I've read looks like it's going to apply to orders coming out of Canada via eBay. And I know most Canadian sellers sell mostly to the US, and they're already at a disadvantage because of the shipping price, and now they've got to be at a disadvantage because of a 25% tariff. If that's true, and that sticks, I believe that destroys eBay Canada, which makes me rather glad I didn't buy any stock in eBay today when I was buying stock. Maybe I'll wait till eBay Canada gets destroyed and that gets pushed into the mix, and then I'll buy the eBay stock. What do you think? Post it in the comments.